much as
Huh?
Yes. Yeah, it does. Well, basically what's going to happen, you're going to see this shelf life go away, and this guy will get a little better, and there'll be some other hops and whistles. Keep in mind, they're going downstream pretty hard with this guy. You see the SR-72 and the 16.
Oh, they don't flash on the phone.
real small little guy, very affordable price range. But as far as the digigram pieces and parts, they're always going to live here, and they're always be a licensing fee. And the good news is it's a long-term arrangement, so the price shouldn't vary too much. So we're not going to see huge jumps in price on this because of digigram. We might see huge price jumps because of Allen Heath and distribution and all that other crap that goes on in that world. But long and short of it is we won't see digigram being raking anybody over the coals. They've already made their money on the R&D anyway. So. This is the IDR rack, as you guys can see, or maybe you can't see. I can't really turn it too much.
That's fine. I saw
you have your input, your output cards, all the gobbledygook. The only thing that you have to have in it is a CPU. You have to have a network card, and you have to have this little guy here, which is called Ether Sound card. Now this card is going away. That card no longer exists. That's an old card, and I used it only because I needed to use it because I wanted to do Ether Sound busing rather than ASIC. If you look, I may not even have one. I may have taken it out and just not brought it back. What we have.
Did you talk about that rack versus the little one, just so they know what they're looking at?
That's what I'm starting to do right now.
Okay.
On our new cards, the RAB, it's called a RAB 2 card. What you can actually do is you can actually load it. What did I do? Hang on, guys. Excuse me a minute. There, yeah, this is one of them. Actually, this is probably a closer estimate. This is an ACE card. You can actually load these RAB 2 cards. Our old cards were Ethernet Sound A or Ethernet Sound B, and they were one card. And if you wanted to stick another card in it, say you didn't have another card on the bottom, then you had to take the whole card apart. You had to take all these little circuit boards and you had to shove this thing in there. This doo-doo with, doing a couple years of pain in the butt. Large pain in the butt. So what they decided to do is do a RAB 2 card. So now it'll accommodate two of these. So you can do an ACE card in the bottom, you can do an Ether Sound card in the top. That allows you to talk to this little guy, the T, because T's all on ACE. But you can also take the Ether Sound card, which I have done. And here, this is an Ether Sound card. So I'm actually talking Ether Sound from ACE. It's the same protocol, guys. That's all it is. All ACE is it's single stream. Well, it's dual stream, but it's single path. The digigram takes two cables because you have to send and you have to receive back on the other. So you're literally, the latency time is almost the same. Downside, you start beating on this guy, you're going to fill the pipe up real quick. You start filling the pipe up, you're going to strain the A to D converters, D to A converters. When you start doing that, you're going to hear it start crunching. So if you got a guy that says, man, things sound really weird in service when I'm running like right to 3/4 of the way my Fibonacci part of the third, the third part of the service where I'm supposed to be in my peak, and all hell's breaking loose and Jesus is in the room, and for some strange reason he gets really grainy. That's why. Because the guy's running at +6, +9.
Wait a minute, let me get that straight. Jesus left the room?
No,
he's coming into the room.
So when you get to that +6, +9, you're going to have some problems with this desk. So it's imperative you make sure the guys have enough half on the backside of it in order not to run this thing as hard. This guy, you can run him up to +12 and stay clean all day long. But again, we're talking about digigram reverse engineered, right? So those are the differences in the racks. The other difference in the IDR 4832 that go with the T-Series, and by the way, you can use this surface with these racks. You can mix and match anything you want to mix and match. You can't load any other input channels in here. They're fixed. So you're done, pretty much.
Can you get one card slot open?
No.
There's one option card.
You have an option card, but it's only for these. Yeah, it's not used for input output. Maddie will fit in here.
So it's Maddie.
Maddie, Ether Sound, and then we have another card that also goes on both of the racks, if I can find it. You can see this big Avion card we were looking at earlier. This big Avion card right here, guys. This was the original that we were using, right? So that's got your Avion, your ADAT on it, and it's also got your IDR on it. Well, the problem being with that card is you have to burn aux sends up. because the direct outs don't have enough gas to use the monitors in your Avion system. So what they came up with was this little card. And this actually comes right off the direct outs now, so you don't have to burn any outputs anymore.
But you can route it from wherever you want, right?
Yes, you can route it wherever you want to route it, but it doesn't burn outputs up to route it. On the old card, you had to burn outputs. You had no choice. You had to say, okay, aux-in 1's going to go out pipe 1 on the Avion read. You didn't have any choice. You had to burn it up. So now you're 16 route, sort already. Now with this guy, you don't have to do that anymore. So the light pipe is always available to you. The IDR switches are always available to you. The 8-channel banks locked up the rest of the
So any routing I want, I grab 2 stereo settings out from aux-in and the rest from direct.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. It doesn't make any difference to you. And that way you're not burning up. You're burning up PST, but you're not really burning up the actual output PST. You are burning up
Okay.
some memory in there.
See what I have to put up with. It's all for you. The K2B show. That's why you watch.
Then you have the IDRO, the 0.